man, I really do need a shave. But I also need to record a manga haul, so, priorities. Hello my brothers and sisters, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of March 2023. Now I know, it's no longer March, it's April, but what you can do? I mean, there's nothing I can do. So, this manga haul it's not big, but it has a lot of volumes in it, if that makes sense. But before we jump into that, just a quick note, in case you don't know, Bookdepository is closing and you have to put your final order in before the 26th of April. So how kind of an impact is that gonna have on me and my manga hauls, since I mainly use Bookdepository for manga hauls? Well, it means I need to find other places to do it. I have actually already found it, but their prices are sometimes a bit over, sometimes a lot over Bookdepository, and sometimes below Bookdepository. So it may or it may not affect me. We'll see. But next month's manga haul should be, unfortunately, the final haul from Bookdepository. And I know if you are in United States, you're not gonna give a shit probably about Bookdepository because you have Real Stuff Anime and Barnes & Nobles and Books A Million and stuff like that. But us in Europe, we don't, because shipping and import taxes on that from the US is too much. So, anywho, I just want to briefly touch upon it, but nevertheless, let's just get straight. I can't talk. Let's get straight into my manga haul. And first up, we have Black Clover Volume 11. So, I'm finally starting on the second half of this year's goal, which is to accumulate the first 20 volumes of Black Clover. Now, since we are in March and I still need 9 more volumes, I should be able to do it, given that I buy at least 1 volume of Black Clover each month. Can I manage to do that? Not sure. But luckily I have a solution for that, which means that some months I just have to buy more than 1 volume. But we'll see. That is Black Clover. Let's jump straight into the next one. And that is Fire Force Volume 23. I still need to read the rest of Fire Force. I've read up to Volume 19 because then there was some delivery issues that meant that I couldn't get the rest before I had to jump on to another series. But I am looking very much forward to reading the rest of Fire Force. I'm not sure if I am gonna wait until I have the rest. I might, since I still have other things I need to read. We'll see. Maybe I'll just read whatever I have once I get back to actually having time to read Fire Force. Who knows? But I love the series. It's such a fun series, such an interesting premise. Not at all what I thought it would be. I thought it would be firebenders from Avatar, just the manga. But it's much more than that, and it's also more complex than I originally thought, given that it is a shonen. But anyway, that's 2023. On to the next one. And that is Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 8. It is a fun shonen, at least the first 4 volumes, or at least first 5 volumes if you count Volume 0. But other than that, I can't say much about it, except that I enjoyed a lot. And I'm also gunning for 20 volumes this year, so I'm still a lot behind. That's 12 volumes and only 9 months left. You do the math. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some serious gathering to actually manage to get that milestone. I'm still gunning for it. I'm still gunning to catch up fully on Jujutsu Kaisen, but we'll see. Often the summer periods will often leave room for actually getting that, but who knows. Anyway, we still have more manga to go, so let's just keep this train rolling. Sorry. And that is Mashle Volume 11. I actually thought I wouldn't get Mashle this month. I thought I would have to wait until next month. Again, Bookdepository and release dates, they don't always align with this, but I'm glad I have it. It is such a great series. Fun, light-hearted, and still not always light-hearted, but I love it. I don't know where it's gonna go. I do know, however, that he's in the final arc of the series, so it's gonna be relatively short. The manga series, maybe it's gonna have below 20 volumes. I actually think it's gonna have less than 20 volumes in it in total, but we'll see. Sometimes these manga artists are completely incapable of actually guessing how long this story is gonna be, so who knows. But yeah, Mashle, Magic and Musts, I highly recommend it. It's such fun. It's such fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to that. It's just fun. Alright, Now we're gonna jump onto something non-manga related. Just so you know. And that is solo leveling the 7th volume of the novels. I thought there was gonna be 13 of these. Turns out that's just the original Korean version. This is actually the second to last volume, which also means there's gonna be more of the webtoons volumes than there's gonna be, or manga volumes there's gonna be, than this. I don't know. But yeah, that also means that soon I'll actually be able to read the light novel version. I'm looking very much forward to it. I still love the design of these. I mean, it's kind of irritating that the colors of the covers here are not the same, but there's also not really a pattern to it. It seems like, I mean, first of all, I thought it just will get darker and darker, but that doesn't seem to be it. So it's, I don't know, it's just some artistic things, I guess. But anyway, I'm looking very much forward to actually reading the light novels, specifically because I've read all the webtoons and I like the webtoons, but I've heard from many people that the light novel is better considering the story. Of course, nothing beats the art and fight scenes and such in the webtoons. Duh. But besides that, people tend to love the light novel more because it is the source material. So I'm just looking forward to reading that and then compare the two and keeping in mind that there are two different mediums. But now we're gonna get to a big one. It's a bit melancholic, a bit somber, but yeah, let's just jump straight into it. And that is Berserk, the Deluxe Edition, Volume 13. So this is it. This is the final one we're gonna get for a long time of Berserk, which is kind of sad, right? Because now, once again, it's the realization that Kentaro Miura is no longer here. We're gonna get a volume 14 at some point when the current chapters has been adapted into a volume 42. Then we will have enough volumes to make a 14th version of Berserk, the Deluxe Editions. But what I don't like is the fact that Dark Horse is probably just gonna continue the Deluxe Editions without any way to kind of make it obvious that this is no longer Kentaro Miura's original story. That's just how I feel. I think, personally, if I was running Dark Horse, I would get the 14th volume and make it only a 2-in-1, and then from there I will get a different color of the books. It could be gray, it could be white, it could be blood red instead. I mean, just switch this so it's crimson red and then black text. I know it's gonna look a bit like Helsing, but still, to commemorate that this is no longer Kentaro Miura at the helm. It is his assistant and his good friend. But that's just me. But anywho, there's not gonna be any new volumes of these until we get a 42 volume. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. I mean, I love these deluxe editions because you get not only posters in the beginning of the volume, but you also get the covers of the singles that's confined in the deluxe edition in the back in high quality color printing, which is awesome. So you don't really miss out on the awesome covers, which is a neat detail. But on the positive side, not only do I have all of it, but since I'm no longer gonna look forward to one of these every 3 months, I am now gonna have room in my budget because, you know, I only have Blade of the Immortal left, and it's gonna be wrapped up in November. So, there's that. Nothing is as bad as not as good for something. Alright, we only got one more left, and again, that's not a manga, but it is very much manga related. And that is One Piece Compendium Volume 3. I finally have it. I have a final One Piece Compendium, at least for now. Because, in case you don't know, these confines 3 color walks of One Piece. And a color walk, this is color walk 1. And it confines all the color pages, both Shonen Jump covers, and most importantly, there are the color spreads that sometimes are in the beginning of chapters of One Piece. In glorious detail here, as you can see, and the printing quality is awesome, and there's also notes by Oda himself. So what I want to say is that this confines 3 of those color walks, and right now there is 9 color works out in Japan. The 10th is on its way. It's gonna be released this year, which is awesome. But there's 9 out, and with this we now have all 9 in English, which is awesome. So that also means that I can do some serious updating on my list. So if we go over here and bring up the list, you can see that we got One Piece Compendium 3, so I'm gonna knock that one out. We also got Berserk Volume 13, so I'm gonna knock that one out. And I think that is it, actually. We don't have any more. No. What does your manga haul look like? And is the closing of Bookdepository gonna impact you? I mean, if you live in Europe, it probably will. And in case you don't know where you're gonna buy manga from, I'm gonna leave a link. Actually, gonna leave 2 links to what I'm probably gonna use in the future, just in case you're wondering where you should get your manga from otherwise. And yeah, I guess that is it. Also, in case you haven't seen, I have released a video right up here regarding completing manga. The focus is on the Full Metal Edition, because I've been talking about it a lot on the channel, but in general, it's just about completing a manga series. Go check it out. I think it's actually quite awesome. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm gonna sign out. It's actually quite late, and my girlfriend and daughter are sleeping just on the across the hall here. So it's time for me to wrap it up. Wrap it up. All right. So how does your manga haul look like? And do you have any of these art collection books? I mean, I know some people don't really care about them, but are you one of those that actually care about them? I have a few now from different series, and I just love seeing those glorious, colorful arts in physical format. I think it's worth more than just watching it on a screen, but that's just me. So do you have any of those? Whatever you think, comment below me your thoughts. And as always, until I see you in the next video, remember to stay awesome.